Okay, so the description here may be very less for these two controls, but we will see in practical how we are how we can use, what situations we can use these data grid and chart control. Okay, so the data grid is mainly used to show some information. So you are saving some information to your tables, like whatever database we have created so far. So we have many tables inside that. So from the tables, if you want to show the information, the records in the tables in a formatted way, and the whatever the way you want to show the information to end user, you can use data grid. Okay, this is the best way to show your data on the screen. Okay, so this data grid mainly is to show some data, and chart control, this is to show some graphical charts. Okay, the name itself says you can show the information via charts. So you are very much familiar with the bar charts, pie charts, okay, and some other graphical charts. Okay, whatever charts, the basic charts you can show by using this chart. How we can use these two controls, we'll see in practical, so that you can get an understanding of these controls. Okay, so let me create a project for us, that is a new project. This one I will say school management. Okay, so you guys are able to hear me, right? Okay, school management, and then welcome as my screen. Okay, here how to navigate between screens also I will define. Okay, I will tell you guys. So this is my welcome screen. Here it is asking to change the names and everything. That's okay, fine. Okay, this is my screen size, and the properties I will change the name to form 1, from form 1 to some welcome to school database management. This is my application. Okay, school database management is my application. So welcome to this one. So here I will drag and drop few controls. Okay, so if you want a login screen, you can keep a login screen. So here the text, welcome to school daily management. Okay, this one. Okay, so we have to give the proper names to all these controls so that it will be easy for us to maintain. So the name I am giving label welcome, and the properties also the four color. If you want any color, you can change. Let me take it to green, and then the font size of my text is this is width, but font where it is. So the font is here. So it is sans serif. So if you want to change this to some other, you can change. I would like to give some calibri. Okay, calibri, and then size. Let me take some 20, bold true. Okay, I'm not good in designing, but let me try to do something. Okay, the color anyway, let me change. This is this one seems good. Is this okay? Yes, this is fine. So welcome to School DB. This is just showing my screen. So here I will add few link labels. Link label, or let me add one more control is there, that is menu strip, menus and toolbars. So menu strip I'm adding here. So this one what it will do is it will add a menu item for me. So clicking on a particular item I can move to a particular screen. Okay, so this is my menu item. Here I am doing some, okay, manage classes. That is my very first. Okay, so on clicking of this I have to navigate to my new form. Okay, okay, I will create one more form, that is add new Windows form. So guys, if you are not understanding, please raise your hand so that I will answer you anything, I will repeat you. Okay, so here manage classes is my screen. Here this will be my screen. Okay, here I will give a small link label. So here I will mention it as LBL text. So the text is O. Okay, so now my link label name is LNK home. Okay, on clicking of this, it has to go to my home screen. So my home screen, what the name of that one? That is welcome. So welcome is a class. Okay, this is a form and this got a class. This is welcome class. So for this welcome class, I am creating an object for this. WC equal to new welcome. Okay, welcome dot show means this will open. This will navigate means this will bring the form to focus. Okay, so by default when I run this form, when I run this project, okay, let me set that project as a startup project. When I run this form, this one is showing welcome to school DB. So when I click on it, it has to move to that form. So here also I have to bring that. So what I will do is I will manage classes. I am creating an object for this form. Okay, manage classes MC equal to new manage classes MC dot show. So when I click on this, it will open this form for me. So you can see this form got open. Okay, so when I click on home, this will open this form like this. So if you want to destroy that form, okay, you can destroy current form and bring the uh, elder form. Okay. This dot hide. Okay, so you can see that form went and this form came into focus. Okay, so this one manage classes. So this point you understand, right? So from one form to another form, if you want to navigate, or if you want to close one form and open another form, you have to use these methods. Okay, so any doubts on this piece of code? Or you can use this dot close simply. Okay, so that is what. Any doubts on this part, this simple part, right? Okay, this is manage classes. So when I click on this, I will be navigated to this form. Here I have to design the classes. So classes means what my table contains. So meanwhile, let me design that form, means the controls whatever I require. So just create form, this one. You should have class name. Okay, this one, class name. Okay, now this one, class name and description. Okay, so now I'm going to drag one more text box here. So this one, so you have multi-line, means it will accept, like it will act like a text area, so you can add multiple lines to it. Okay, this is my class description. Okay, this is class description field. Now I will add a button, add class. This name I will change to my okay button add class. For my understanding, I will use a user friendly name, button add class. So this name, it is unique and you should not give any spaces in between the words, so you can use underscore. Okay, so it should be unique on your form, specific to your form. Okay, so now I am going to add one more button, btn cancel. Okay, this is my simple form. What it has to do is it has to add the values to, means whenever I add something here and here, and when I click on add, it has to add a class to my database. Okay, that's what my first objective. So what I will do is, so I will generate an event for this add class. So how I can generate? You just double click on this button. It will generate an event for this. Okay. So as usual, I asked you guys to develop some methods. Okay, ADO.NET stored procedures, create that and add some methods. So I have given you the assignment like ADO.NET methods you have to write to interact with the stored procedures in SQL Server. So I hope you guys have created already. Okay, the same thing I'm going to use it here. Okay, I will add a simple class for my purpose. Manage. Okay, otherwise I will use class manager. Okay, this is my ADO.NET class. It will contain, okay, system dot data. Okay, so guys, add class is is an action which. Okay guys, so add class is, so what I told you guys is to create a stored procedures, to create stored procedures for my school DB. So I am telling you guys from the beginning. So whatever database we are going to create from the oops class, I am telling you guys we will use the same concepts throughout our course ending. Okay, so we have created these tables and I have provided you guys the script. Okay, so for all these tables, I asked you guys to create some stored procedures. So which that was an assignment for you guys. So that is what was the assignment is you guys has to create stored procedure to manage, means you have to implement the CRUD operations for all the tables. CRUD means create, read, update, and delete. Okay, I asked you guys to implement, write these stored procedures. Along with that, I asked you guys to write the ADO.NET methods respective to each stored procedure. I have given one sample for you guys, and I asked you to write for all the tables. If you remember that, okay. So that was the AWS.NET. So this is my managed classes. This is my stored procedure. Okay, if you see here, so delete my parameters are these. Okay, and then the insert statement is there, update statement is there, delete statement is there. If I want to get the classes, I have another stored procedure. Okay, this is another stored procedure. I have it here. So I have to use these stored procedures. Okay, to get and save data from and to my database. Okay, so the best thing is whatever I have added class name and description, so I have to save this data to my database. When I click on add class, whatever I provided here, information here, it has to go and save into my class table. Okay, I have a class table here. The data has to go and save it here. So we already seen this functionality in console applications. I have given you one example how to give the class name and description, how to save it into our tables. Okay, so a simple and very clear thing I will tell you guys. So there are different ways a user can input data to your system. Okay, so that's what we call it as clients, different clients. Okay, so one is console application. From console application, you can input data to your application. The thing is, the console application, it runs on a command prompt like window. So that is not, so end of the day, whatever software you develop, that is mainly used by a non-technical user. Okay, to simplify their daily routine, their daily work, whatever they may be maintaining in some ledger books or some other notebooks, something like that. So there is a need for them like to save the data, maintain a software. The where the software requirement comes is they may be facing some complexity in maintaining their day-to-day works, tasks, okay, and the data that is very useful for their company growth, okay, even some audits, some useful in, that is very very important, and some complex information which they can't maintain manually, or manually also they can maintain, but it takes a very long time to process all the information. So that time they will come to they will come us to develop some software so that they can make their process very easy, and the software makes their life very easy. Okay, so the thing is, they may come so when they come to you, you have to suggest a right technology for them. So as a .NET developer, you have different kinds of technologies to offer to your customer. Okay, but here you have different types of clients or different ways the user can interact with your software. So the very first thing we have seen so far is console applications. Through console applications we can interact with our software. Okay, anybody can interact with your software. So from console application, you will ask them to input some values. Those values you will save to your database. Okay, that is one way. Another way is Winforms. From Winforms we are getting the information from the end user, and we are saving or we are showing to end user the information. Okay, we are presenting the information to end user, or we are taking the information from end user for future purpose. Okay, so and tomorrow we may move to we are going to work with ASP.NET. ASP.NET is another way the user can input data to your system, means the another way to interact with your software. So these three ways, there are three ways the user can interact with the software. So your software mainly contains a database and some backend code. The backend code is always a C sharp. Okay, means whatever we are learning is C sharp. You can go with VB.NET or F sharp, whatever the .NET framework offers, but C sharp is very much uh, famous. That's why we are using C sharp. Okay, the front end means where the user interacts with your software. That is only changing in these three different clients. One is console, three different clients. One is console, another is WinForms, and another is ASP.NET. Okay, these three only varies in your entire course. The remaining database, ADO.NET and C Sharp, these three are common among these three. Okay, so you have to remember that we have to get the information from these three different ways, and you have to process that data according to your database. Okay, and you have to prepare and you have to send the data to database, or you have to get the data from database and show it to user. You got the point? So there are only three different technologies, okay, but the base is very common. One is SQL Server, another is ADO.NET, and C Sharp. So ADO.NET acts as bridge between your SQL Server and your C Sharp code. Okay, SQL Server is a permanent storage, and C Sharp is at the execution part. Means the day it is not persistent. It can't hold the data for a long time. Whenever you shut down your machine, whenever you stop executing your program, the memory will be cleared. But database, it stores the data permanently. Okay, so the execution part is C sharp and the storage part is your SQL server, and bridge between these two is ADO.NET. These three components are common between whatever technology we are going to learn in our course. So the different clients is, one is console application and another is Winforms, and later will be ASP.NET. So here console application, anyway you have only console.readline and console.writeline. So readline is used to read the user input information, and write is used to present whatever information the user needs. Okay, when you come to WinForms, WinForms is another technology where it is a set of controls. Okay, it is a form. That form contains number of controls. So these controls are used to gather the user information, user input data. Okay, in console application only you have two commands to get read and write your user information. Okay, but in WinForms you have a set of controls, set of input controls, that is text box, combo box, list box, radio button, checkbox, checklist box. These are different kinds of controls where user can select or enter the information. So that information can be read, and you can save that information to your database by using C sharp. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do it here. So we have a class name, this is a text box and description. So in your console application, you will ask like, please enter class name, please enter description for your class, like that you will ask. But here we have controls, they can directly type into these controls, and this information you have to save into your database. So once they enter the information, and these buttons are used to execute the actions, user actions. So user actions means you are saying that user entered the information and you are giving a meaningful information, so the user can understand very easily this one. Whereas in console application you are just asking, but the later point you are not asking to, so shall I commit, something like that. So there is some, the process is very complex in console applications. So these are very easy. So you are just asking to click on this one, add class. So this add class, when you click on this button, what it has to do is it has to execute some code to save whatever the input information provided by user to database. So this add class to generate code, once when user clicks on this button, so you have to execute some code. So that code you have to write in the event when the add class is clicked. So to generate that event, you just need to double click on this button. So this is the beauty of Visual Studio. You need not to write a single line of code to generate that event. It will automatically generate just by double clicking on this button. So it generated a method for me. So here I can write. So before calling my stored procedure to save the data, I have to read the data from the controls. Okay. So each control in my Windows forms, okay, these are just visual appearance for me, but for each control a respective class is there in my C sharp. Okay, that C sharp you have, this is system.windows.forms. Okay, this is a namespace. In this we have all the control specific classes already defined. Okay, these classes you can reuse to get or set the values, or you even you can style these controls. So the visual appearance you can change according to your needs. Okay, so these are available in designer mode. You can see in properties window. So the properties window you can access just by right clicking on the control and go to properties. It will open this. By using this you can set whatever the properties you want to change according to your needs. You can change it here. Okay, so and then description means whatever control. Okay, so this control specific class is there. So I have another file. So this is manage classes. So you can see there is a file manage classes dot designer dot cs. So what it will do is it will generate, okay, whatever name I am giving here for this control with respect. with that name a property will be created in my manage classes designer class. Okay, what it will do is it will create the properties of type my C sharp equivalent, the control equivalent class type property will be created in my designer class. So this is partial, this is a partial class. When I go to the cs of this file, okay, it is also managed classes and this is also public partial. Partial, I already, as I already told you, at the runtime or at the compile time, these two classes will be merged. Whatever properties or methods declared here and whatever properties or methods declared here, these two will be combined and working, and this will be served as a single class. Okay. Okay, so this is now the equivalent class for this control is created, and whatever value you set it here, whatever value you type it here, the properties, the class object properties will be set according to whatever, set to the value whatever you input here. Okay, so that will be set here. Where is that class? Designer class. Okay, so the text box is there. Whatever value I input here for that control, the value will be set to this text box property called text. That value will be set, and from backend whatever value you set, means whatever value you set to that property text, that will be displayed on your control. That mechanism is taken care by your WinForms framework. You need not to work around it. Okay, so that's the main thing. I have to first take string class name, that is text box one dot text. So whatever user inputs enters into that control, that value will be kept in the text box property dot text. So I don't have this text box variable or property declared in this class, but this is declared in my partial class in designer. Okay, from this one it is taking. Okay, so there is no problem. And then description, so string description equal to text box 2 dot text. Okay, so this is my description. So now I got a class name and description. So as usual, you guys already saw in console application how to call a stored procedure from C sharp by using ADO.NET. So the same way we got the two parameters and we can call that method very easily. So I have created class manager. This is my class. Okay, here I am going to create a property string connection string. What is my connection string? Return. Let me go here. My connection string. So this is my connection string. Okay. So now I'm going to write a method public void manage classes. So this one, what are the parameters I need? Int id, string name, string description, bool delete. Okay, so this is a method. So as usual, I am creating my SQL connection com equal to new SQL connection. Let it generate the namespace for me. Okay, so this connection string I'm using. Now SQL command cmd equal to new SQL command. So this is my stored procedure name. and I am assigning my connection object. Okay, so the command type is stored procedure cmd dot parameters. Okay, all are optional parameters, so based on the values I am passing, I have to add it. Okay, you guys are getting or any doubt? And new SQL parameter. So if they are null, no need to pass. Let me copy it. If okay, delete anyway, I can pass. Okay. CMD dot parameter struct add new SQL parameter. Okay, this is what my educo.print method. Okay, so this will so on dot open cmd dot cmd dot execute non-query. So this is what we were using. So that got executed and now close the connection. And same way you write a method for returning a data table. Okay, public data table, get classes. Okay, get classes, what are the input parameters, id and name. So same thing I will copy for my easiness to make it faster. Okay, so get classes int id comma string name. Okay, so these two I will add, this is not required. So I need to declare a data table dt classes equal to new data table. Okay, so SQL adapter I have to create, right? SQL data adapter equal to new adapter. Okay, this one let me declare it here. No need to open, no need to execute, no need to close. Everything will be taken care by SQL adapter. So CMD I'm adding. So adapter dot fill, it will fill the data table. So no data table. This is dt classes, and now you return this dt classes. So this is my data table, it is returning. So that's it. So what is my stored procedure name? Get classes, this one I have to use it here. Okay, done. So these two methods are ready for me. Okay, so go to manage classes.cs. So from here you call it So manage classes. What is that? Class manager is my class. Okay. CM equal to new class manager. CM dot manage classes. We just pass. ID is 0, and then class name, description, comma delete false. Okay. So this will, and then you have to reset private void clear fields so that it has to clear the fields. Text box 1 dot text equal to string dot empty. Okay. Text box 2 dot text equal to string dot empty. So this is a very basic step. You guys got it or any confusion in it? I hope you guys got it, right? So let me run this application. So welcome to school database, and now go to manage classes. I'm going to add some PUC. Okay, pre-university college. Okay, this is what I'm adding here. So let me check. Okay, add class. So you can see the values got into the class name and description variable. No. So this one. Okay, so this got added. That didn't get clear because I didn't call that method here. So if I call that method, so this clear fields method I have to call right after this. Okay, anyway, we will check. Okay, we'll check what are in my class table. So PUC is not there. What happened? Let me check once again. What happened? Okay, PUC pre-university college. Any error it got? I have to return this. Execute non-query. This is fine. Store procedure is fine. Result -1. I think some error got. What might be the error? Let me check. ID is null, then it has to insert actually -1 means. So let me pass it through here. Any problem we can get it. So command successful. What is the result? So it is adding from here, but similar from here. Don't know what. Integrated security. So some problem here. Okay.